we'll get this exciting event started. This is the second time this week that the athletic department's had an exciting day. Wednesday, Jay Lazari signed with Oklahoma City University. And today we have another one of our senior athletes that's going to sign a letter of intent, Jacob Loflin. Jacob is going to sign the national letter of intent to play baseball at the University of Oklahoma. Normally, at this time, I would hand it off to the coach, but I happen to be that guy, so I guess I got to step here and talk a little bit more. But to tell you a little bit about Jacob, Jacob and I have had a relationship for a long time. When I came here a year and a half ago, I knew two people. I knew Mrs. Ferris and I knew Jacob Loflin. Jacob, I worked with him as a hitter since he was 7 years old. And usually when you do that, after a couple of years, they go find somebody else to hit with or whatever it is. But we've been together since he was 7. And when the first time I met him, he was this little scrawny rump. I mean, even for his age, he wasn't as big around as the bat he was swinging. But there was something about him, even when he was 7, that was special. You could just tell, because this is baseball talk, but the ball, when it would come off his bat, did not come off his bat like he was a little run. It came off his bat like he weighed about 40 pounds more than he actually weighed. So, I knew there was something special there, and we continued to work, and over time, obviously, established a relationship with Jennifer and Wade, his parents, and you just do when you spend that kind of time together. And it's been a neat deal and a really nice relationship to have. As many of you know, though, when I got here, all I'd ever seen was in a 30-minute hitting session, and that was it. I hadn't been around Jacob. Jacob's a handful. And I didn't know that part about him because now he's not paying me. He's actually playing for me. So, but what I've seen in the last year and a half from Jacob is a tremendous amount of maturity, physically and emotionally. He's no longer that little run. He's a man now. And but all I ever saw him was in a cage. I didn't actually see him play and pitch and play the outfield. I just saw him hit. And when I got here, he was on the football team, and after about one quarter of the first football game, I saw him and wow, I said, he's athletic. He's very athletic, which got me that much more excited. And then when he actually came to baseball, and I watched him go get the ball in the outfield, he was very impressive. Obviously, he has a lot of arm strength because he's going to pitch at OU. But what people don't know, they think he's going to go to OU as a left-handed pitcher, and he is. But also, Coach Johnson also watched him hit the day he watched him pitch, and is excited to give him an opportunity to actually swing the bat and maybe play the outfield. And at the Division I level, for a head coach at a big program in the Big 12, for them to think that you have an opportunity to do two different things is pretty impressive. So we're very, very lucky to have him here athletically representing our school. So I'm super happy for him. I know this has been his dream, is to play at the University of Oklahoma, and for that to actually happen is a really, really cool achievement on his part, and we need to applaud him for that. And I've told you that when he was little, I was his hitting coach. Well, one of my former players was giving pitching lessons, and when he was 9 or 10, they wanted a pitching coach when they started pitching with batters instead of using coaches. And I said, I got the guy for you. And he has been with this gentleman since he was 10, consistently on to this point. And his name is Mike Hinckley. He played for me in 2001. He graduated at Moore High School. Probably the finest kid, character-wise, I've ever coached. So it was great to have him as a role model for Jacob. And I think Mike wants to come up and talk a little bit about Jacob as well. Mike?
Yeah, I got a chance to, thank you, Coach. Good to be here this afternoon, but I got a chance to be with Jacob and watch him walk in He had his rec spec goggles on, I think. Yeah, about 10 years old or so. And that was good though. I got a chance to watch him walk in, and I knew that when he started coming, he had a good God-gifted ability to throw the baseball. It was fun because he was there to learn, he was there to actually get better, but to be around him and to watch him go through the years, I'm very thankful that God's given him this opportunity, and to encourage him going forward, whatever the Lord might have. Just to know, guys, this, with baseball, with any sport, it's very difficult, you guys know, and it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of academic being good at what you do, to actually be on the field, and to watch what he's done, and to actually be around him. Gotten a chance to be around him a little bit at Fall Street as well together. We've gone to do some church camp stuff, but Jacob is a very focused guy, and as he comes in and works hard, I really know that this day here he's earned it, and I know that he'll do a great job going forward. So be proud of your classmates. Good job, Jacob.
Well, at this time, we're going to let Jacob say a few words.
I just want to thank some people on Point for some. But first, I want to Coach Crosby, because without him, I know I wouldn't be in this situation. And same with my parents. They drove me all across the country playing baseball and paid for my play and my jersey and all my gear that I always wanted. And my grandparents were coming out to every game, no matter hot or cold, sitting out there for hours and hours. And also my brother, because he hates baseball. He always shows up, and he hates OU, and he's wearing an OU shirt right now. It's just a big deal. And I also want to thank my friends right here. Like, these are my best friends right here, and I love them. With these stupid stuff. Yes, I do. But I don't know what I could do without them. They're my best friends. And the teachers and administration at the school were putting up with me, because I was in trouble, I feel like. And then also Mike and his family for being having a big impact on my life, spiritually and for baseball. Like, they're just like the ideal family of how I want to be when I grow up, and I want to be just like how their whole life is. I respect them a lot. That's it.
One thing about Zach, too, Zach used to tell me, he'd breathe before he could drive. He could drive and take good. It was painful for him to sit over in a chair hours and hours at a time. So thanks for bringing it. Now we'll let Wade and Jennifer, if they have something to say, we'll let them speak.
I'm very proud of Jacob, and like everybody has said, going on and on, he's somebody that has had to be challenged, and everything has to be a game, and even when he was really little, everything had to be a challenge, a winner and a loser, and he's always been super competitive at a very young age, so he always had to be playing something, baseball, basketball, football. Baseball as a parent is a very difficult sport to watch because it has very high highs and very low lows, and you are a failure more than you're a winner. And Jacob has had to overcome lots of those hard times, and baseball teaches you a lot in life. And I'm glad he's choosing baseball, and I'm super excited that he gets to be here where I can still follow him and watch him go on.
But the fucker factor is up now. Hey, success is not deemed just by one person. If you look back at anybody that's having success, there's always somebody or something that's happened along the way that's allowed somebody to have success. The two gentlemen over here are prime examples of that. I remember the first time Jacob went to Crosby. He probably didn't even remember, but he went with his team and they went in, they were 7 years old. when Jacob thought it was playtime. I mean, when they got in there, of course they're 7 and 8, so I don't know, he had a lot to expect. But Crosby got mad, had a kid, and kicked the kid out. Told the coach, get that kid out of here. I don't ever want him to come back. And Jacob's eyes got about this big. He got in the car and he's like, "Did you hear what he said?" I said, "Yeah, he's kind of serious when you come here, isn't it?" And so he's known all along that Crosby's serious about when it comes to his time with baseball and learning. And I think Jacob will know he's learned an immense amount of baseball just by being with Coach Crosby for 30 minutes at a time, and even now more that he's actually coached with him. So I appreciate everything you've done for him because really, like you said, without you, this isn't possible. I mean, you helped get these people here and look at Jacob, and we're very appreciative of it because it is his dream. Mike Hinkley, what a great role model. If none of you know him, I hope some of you take time before you leave to get to know him and his family. He is an unbelievable person. They're leaving a little bit out. Mike's got a little more experience in baseball than was let on. Mike has pitched in the major leagues, and I don't mean single A, double A, triple A. He's done a little bit of that too. Mike's been in the league, so he knows where he's coming from, and that's why we stuck with him because somebody that has that experience is one thing, but somebody that is a godly man teaching your son the right way to live is another thing. And so we're very appreciative of Mike. It's a big day for Jacob. He's worked a lot harder than people even know or want to know. And we're real proud of him. And we thank all of you for coming. Thank Mount St. Mary's for hosting this and allowing us to come and do this. We appreciate it.
Again, this is a great day for Jacob. It's also a great day for Mount St. Mary. And I know on behalf of the athletic department and administration that we're proud of him and that we can't wait till he gets out there and we can follow him. And he'll represent this place well. So, congratulations. We're going to sign his letter of intent first. Then we can all eat.